got a guest in the building. I know this young lady for a long time. You know what I mean? She's doing the thing. Everybody welcome Vertical G to the show. And my co-host Colette Boston is in the building. You know what I mean? So we're going to get right into it. What was your first experience with music like?
I would make a short version of this. Pretty much doing the music for a long time, like over 10 years or so. And I feel like when I started doing this, it was something of a passion of mine. And I feel like, you know, now going along my journey, my music career, foreseeing the true beginnings of my artistry until now, the growth as an artist, and to see how people have been inspired through my music, that makes me feel happy about that.
You know, what's amazing is that you do sing R&B, but who are your musical influences in R&B?
See, that's a little mix. I like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, definitely. I would say, of course, Mariah Carey, first and foremost. I mean, Alicia Keys, that's one of them. Mary J. Blige. She's one of my biggest inspirations as well.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any pre-show rituals before you perform? Like you know, when you backstage, before you go on air and stuff like that, how do you prepare for a show?
Nobody actually asked me that question.
Oh, I asked that question.
Oh, no, right. All right, let's get it. Game on. Ding. All right. So, quickly to answer that question, I think what I should do, I like to meditate. That's one big thing for me. And I think also being a spiritual person, that also clarifies my mind, my spirit, my well-being before I perform on stage. Because when I go on that stage, I'm like another person. And I want to give people something to remember about, especially my performance and the way I carry myself and just the message across the songs I do.
Amazing. You know, dealing with your songwriting abilities.
Yeah.
What do you feel was the most difficult song to write?
Oh God, actually it's two songs recently. I did one called Mother's Lullaby, which is dedicated to my son, which I did over a year ago. And you guys can check that out. It's available on all digital platforms and that. And it's a difficult song because to write a song about your own child and to see them kind of inspire you along the way as a parent, and that really was emotional. So that one, and then Don't Cry, that's a song about domestic violence, being a domestic violence survivor, overcoming those situations, those obstacles many years ago. I used like I said, my music is my inspiration to other people. And I felt with that song, it carried along my own pain to other people so they could resonate with it and also be inspired, also maybe get out of a difficult situation.
You know, that just gave me a Tina Turner vibe.
Ooh, thank you.
The fact that you
R&B Tina Turner.
Thank you.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tina Turner. And the fact that you have elevated yourself from that situation, kudos to you.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What has been your favorite performance, tour or performance in New York City so far?
Oh man, there's one or two I would just call out right now.
And you explain why too.
So you gotta throw that in the that. All right, one I would say particularly was Upstate. It was our first time we did a tour last year, over a year ago. We shot the Generalized Stacks in this building and Jam Pride Media Management, and it was an honor to finally see our growth, like I mentioned, with the Victory Album tour. And to see people from out of state people came out of nowhere. Like I was like, did people actually supporting us over there? What's going on? What's happening? How did they hear about us? And we went there and we performed. We had Cuban Link, we shout out to him. He came to perform, but also we met the Gomigo, and it was just a lot of love, support. And that was a special moment in my life. And we realized we're on the right path.
That is amazing.
So that's the first one? That's the first one? Favorite show?
Well, that's not the show. That was just
That's the favorite one.
That was my favorite one, the most of the experience and everything. Just all the ones I could say, like New York, of course, Cafe, we've done numerous events there as well. And it's historic because, you know, we've been for many years, it's a landmark. And to be in the Lower East Side, representing the Lower East Side, to be there, and then like over 7 years ago, I performed my first time there. And 7 years later, my team, to see that we opened the door for other independent artists, like, wow, that's great. It's great feedback, you know.
Were you considered underground back then?
Yes, I'm still there. I'm still underground. Still I'm trying.
What was the last song that you wrote about, and why was it so important to you?
I will say the recent one that just came out, Toxic, which is out now. The video's amazing. The streams are just astronomical right now. And that song personally is affecting me and my beautiful co-writers with that, Beyond Blue and March, Champagne, Baby Rose. The reason why I mention them because they don't have their own personal history of toxic relationships or toxic people in their life, and we have to use that with our own elements and use that in the song. And we saw the video and the audio. It reflected on all our own individual kind of situation. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you. Welcome.
Who would you most likely collaborate with right now in the industry? I know you got a lot of collaborations already, but who would you like to work with right now?
Nation or indie?
Both.
Oh, see, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good question. I would say for indie, there's a few people I've been watching for a while. Of course, Jay Rice. We actually were talking about that part.
Shout out to Jay Rice. That gentleman, I'm gonna let you get back into that. That gentleman, actually, I met him at the Underground Music Awards.
And it's funny you should say that because you met him at the Underground Musical. I gave him a start during the pandemic at my thing called Stoop Music.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
We had a whole bunch of different artists from pop to R&B to reggae to rap. And he came with his poetry.
Yeah, he's a lyrical poet.
He's definitely.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And you know what's so crazy about it? He's at the Underground Music Awards, right? We won awards and stuff like that. Very humble brother, man. Always want to work with everybody. He don't turn down no shows. There can be 1, 2, 3 people in the room. He just loves to perform. He wants to perform. And it's crazy because he just opened for intro. He just opened for Cameron.
Congratulations.
He opened for Mr. Cheeks and I think coming up he's supposed to be open for Trench or somebody.
Oh,
some other people.
Congratulations.
And he's on like a little mini tour, and he's also on the album. So he has 2 tracks on the album that's dropping in July. I gave all that information at the end of the show so everybody will know when the album release is coming out. We finally was able to finish our album and stuff like that. We're so excited because it's gonna go worldwide. And our goal is to go platinum and gold. So that's in Billboard. That's what we want to reach. And all the artists that's on this album are phenomenal. You know what I mean? They all have different styles, and it's all different genres of music. We just shot a video for E. Chris. Shout out to E. Chris. Throw your hands up. We shot the video out in Long Island. He wanted it to be more friendly, like with roller skating and stuff like that. So we're trying to actually embrace a whole different audience, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of hip hop in there too, but we're trying to go into different genres of music and stuff like that. And Jay Rice fits the bill. He's phenomenal. You know, we gave him matter of fact, I can't give it all because we just gave him some more music and he knocked it off. And we gave Don Julio some more music. He knocked it off. Shout out to him. He just knocked it off, you know what I mean? So we're actually working on our second album. Our first album ain't even dropped yet. So that's what we got with that. But yeah, since you said about Jay Rice, man, yeah, definitely, man. That's the dude, man. He's all over the place, man. See, and you know what's so crazy, man? I talk all the time. He inboxes me, and we talk every day. I can't even, it's so crazy. I know I be in and out of town. He's beating me now. He's in and out of town everywhere. One minute he's in Los Angeles, he's in Atlanta, then he's in Miami. I'm like, wow, get it. And you know what I told him? I said, that's the most important thing. To get out of New York and go embrace and perform other places and people will embrace you. Strangers come up to you, you'll make a big fan base like that. That's how I got a big following. I used to go from city to city, state to state. Worldwide, I used to meet people all over the world on the internet. They said, a lot of people don't like being on Facebook. I met all my international worldwide people on Facebook. Shout out to Sydney, Australia, Justin Newman, you know what I'm saying? White Voice Productions. I met people from Bogota, Colombia, down to UK, Africa, Asia. The list goes on. I can't even go Canada. I can't even go into all the people that I actually talk to all the time. And I'm worldwide for real. People wearing my t-shirts over there and everything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? But back then you ain't know my reasons. You know what I'm saying? But what's your experience with him and stuff like that?
It was actually just a big shout out to him, and just before I go with him, Not only is another artist I'm definitely watching for, I'd love to work with him. Love and honor to collaborate with him sometime. And there's a few other artists I would like to, I don't know, we can watch this soon, I can sing the name Tish. Mainstream, Neo. I would love to work with him.
Nice.
Oh my God, if he, Neo, of course Rihanna, that never happens. And maybe Chris Brown. I mean, yeah, you never know. Now, Jay, right back to him.
What's your favorite between them three?
Oh man, Rihanna, come on, hands down. I got my girl power here, like Rihanna. Sorry, Rihanna lovers. I love
It's all good.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, right though.
It's all good.
No, thank you. So back to Jay, right? So we found out him. He actually contacted us a couple years back, and he is, like you said, he's a real sweet guy, and to have worked with him, and we actually helped him push him to where he's at now, because he was the first time he performed was at the New York Corpus Cafe at that event, and then we started doing more events there. He was participating in that as a poet, a musical poet, and he was on magazines and everything, and it was just to see his growth, and when he came and touched that stage, the Apollo.
Yeah,
And then
just sent it to me.
you did? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's amazing. So you see, like, to see his growth as a person who's done so much and to build progress, and now that he's reaching other people, it's amazing.
It's crazy because he's working harder than the actually rap artists and the singers.
Yeah.
He's a musical poet. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He even be walking the red carpet. He was just coming. I forgot where. I think it was Atlanta. Was it Atlanta or LA, where he was at a red carpet event with all the major stars. He got pictures and all that. And I was like, yo, that's what you have to do. You have to go to these events.
It was ATL, I believe.
It was ATL, right? Because a lot of artists don't realize you gotta pay $200 ticket. They're not actually letting you in for $20 and $30 and $10. You're not coming in on events like that. So that's where it separates certain artists that are not able, and then they always like, oh, I'm not paying that more. I'm not putting no money in their pocket. It's not about putting money in their pocket. It's about networking with people. Money makes money. So you're spending $200 on bullshit. Why would you not spend $200 on rubbing elbows with bigger people that can possibly get you somewhere else? I'm with that. I spend money all the time. So why would I not spend money on a ticket like that to meet with some people? Because I'm not going to go in there just to do photo ops. I'm going in there to talk business. A lot of people, they want to take photo ops, and just make it seem like they working with them, and really not. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk business. I'm getting my business card. I'm talking to them like, yo, how can we collaborate? How can I get in touch with your management or your business team and stuff like that? That's how you got to talk. A lot of artists just take photo ops, make it seem they was chilling with them, they opened up for them, and they really didn't open up for them.
And it's just a moment of
It's just a moment.
Yeah.
It's just a moment.
Well, I believe that Heidi Z has said that. She said that fake is the new real. And we have got to try and do our best not to allow that fakeness that is proliferating and is in everything to be a part of what we do if we want to see our stuff, to keep it real. I was looking at your discography and which song from your album, if you could play any venue in the world, where would you play?
Oh man, anywhere?
And why?
See the why part. Tell me that one.
It always has to be right.
I just think I want to play. Listen, if any chance, even though I'm scared of flying, it's avoid of fear.
You're not flying.
No, why not? For years. You guys fly. I know. I know.
Why?
I take buses.
If you go to Florida, I know some artists that took the bus. It took them 3 hours to get to Florida.
What?
Yeah, man. Me and Sha was in Florida, and it took them 3 days.
3 hours. I want to take
It took me and Sha 3 hours. We left at 1. We got down there like maybe 3-ish, 4-ish. But they took the bus. It took them 3 days.
Oh my God.
I'm not taking no bus to Florida for 3 days.
Yeah, that's a long time.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's a long ride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Save your money and jump on a plane. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Save your money and jump on a plane. But you know what I mean? You gotta get. Suppose you get somewhere and you gotta get there. You gonna take the bus over?
I'm gonna have to.
We gotta put you by the window too. We gotta put you by the window, man. gotta go by the window. As a matter of fact, get her some Hennessy or so whatever she
Knock
drink,
me out.
let her drink. Yo, but you know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
You if you go on a plane, right? All you gotta do is just close your eyes. Like, it's funny. My fiance, when we go traveling, right? We always travel, right? As soon as we sit down and we get in and we get strapped in, we about to take off, she's out, man.
Oh, wow.
She's asleep.
That's
And then when we land, like, wake up, like, nothing.
That was a good sleep.
Yeah, but if you should do that, you know what I mean? Like, if you drink a little bit, you get a little, and you be like this, and you out. And then before you know it, you landed, and you're like, oh, God.
That's a quick short trip.
So why are you fearful flying, though?
It's just something I had for years. It's a phobia, and I have it for yeah.
Did you ever fly before?
No, I did before when I was a teenager, and I did before 9/11.
So where did you go?
Florida, but I know places in Puerto Rico and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, those before 9/11. So after
But did you have anxiety then?
no.
So what's the difference?
It's 9/11. 9/11.
Yeah.
9/11. It messed up a lot of people.
9/11 changed you?
Yeah.
My first time I flew was to Canada.
Ooh.
And they put me by the window.
Oh Lord, I can't.
But you know what's so crazy? Like I drank a day on that flight they had the Smirnoff. So I was drinking a mad Smirnoff and they put me by the window and put the window up.
Oh no.
But you know what it felt like? It felt like we was riding down the highway. The plane ride was so smooth. There wasn't no turbulence or nothing. Like when you, I think you'll catch a real anxiety because last time we flew, it was turbulence, they jumping on that, but we ain't worried about all that. You know what I mean? It's like, and one time we had to stay up in the air because we couldn't land because in JFK, something was going on. It was raining or something was going on. So we had to keep circling up in the air for 45 minutes. So yeah, I don't know, man. You might have to keep staying on the bus and the tram.
Yeah, that was for a little while.
I was playing with you. You gotta get out of that fear. I'm not to catch up to my Thursday. I'm out of here.
Do you remember? That's what I'm saying. Take advantage of what you got to do.
No, I'm always getting out of New York.
I like
It's very important to get out of New York.
You have to, especially the craziness and everything.
Not even the craziness, you gotta enjoy life, man.
True.
You know what I mean? When I go on vacation, I do business too when I'm on vacation.
Do both. I like that. Yeah.
Play hard.
You have to.
Work hard.
Yeah.
Work hard, play hard.
That's what I'm talking about. But to answer your question, sorry, we get sidetracked sometimes. Okay. So, at all places, I would say if I ever get a chance to travel there, Italy. Yeah, I would love to go there, and when they ever to perform, that'd be amazing.
You know what's so funny? You got to ride in one plane, get off one plane, and go on another. Yeah.
Also, the transfer.
Yeah. You got to do the one stop. I hate that too.
You can get a straight shot, but that's much more money.
Yeah.
We was looking at flights just now. I go to Bahamas and Montego Bay. Everything was one stop. One stop. There was no non-stops. It's harder than a non-stop.
It is.
If you want a non-stop, you gotta wake up way early in the morning. I think. Something like that. I'm not an early morning person. But, just the Italy, that's far. Because I'm supposed to be going to France in January.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, we gotta take pictures.
No, always, man. We go, you know what I mean? Like, it's just time to actually work outside New York in different places. You're not gonna actually really, and this is not a knock to people at New York. It's working, it's music and stuff like that. I haven't seen one person get signed in New York.
See?
Everybody got signed outside of New York. Even if it was international or it was in LA, Atlanta, Miami. Ain't nobody, I don't remember somebody got really actually, chum in with me. Y'all don't allow, let me know the last time somebody got signed in New York. I'm not saying the New York artist getting signed. I'm talking about got signed in New York, in a building in New York where they actually signed. I don't even know if they even have record labels in New York no more. To be honest with you, I think it's all in Atlanta, Miami, now.
Not that many. Like Sony's on here still, I think, right? Sony,
Yeah, but who's trying to do something?
Oh no, that's
who's actually signing if I in New York? Like I said, I haven't heard nobody get signed in New York. Period. Everybody that got signed in Atlanta, Miami, and Los Angeles. Most of the artists that's from New York that I knew of, on the underground or the major level,
that's true.
got signed in them 3 cities. And I'm for real. But international, there's a lot of artists that we don't even know that actually got signed international. And I'm gonna leave that another time. We're gonna go back into it. Because if I go into that, I give it up.
Oh,
So,
you right.
it's different over there.
You think we're learning a lot today? We're learning today.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, girl.
Let's put it this way, there's a lot of opportunities.
Ooh. I heard it first here. I like this. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, back to what you were saying with the situation with Jay Rice and Julio and all them. I work with both of them. They both on the album now. So you said that you were working with them and they're going to be doing collaborations with.
Well, I don't know about Julio, but I know with Jay Rice, we spoke about this a while back. He wanted to do a collaboration with me for a while. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, just never let me know. Yeah.
Yeah, so you should make that happen, definitely, man. Because he is all over the place, man. When you're all over the place, man, like that, man, you bound to get a deal. Definitely, I know that for a fact. Because when you actually consistent and you dedicated to what you're doing, you know what I mean?
That is true.
Yeah, I think that when you're looking at songs from your current album, what is one of your personal favorites and why?
Albums. Oh man, I can go on and on about this. I think there's two. One is the Victory album because that one's special to me because it happened during COVID. And that time, a lot of artists have studios to go to at the time and people staying home. And I took the initiative to actually just go out there and work. And I made this amazing album, I think like 13 songs or something like that. And it's just amazing to see the outcome of people that appreciate it. And then we did a tour after that too. So it was a short one though, but it was nice to see some feedback, people coming in and supporting it. And then the other album, Here I Am, that just came out recently, that one. And the reason why, because that's as I mentioned, the growth as an artist, been doing this for many years, and I've seen, from the very beginning, my early works, like sometimes I listen like, oh my God, that's me, like, whoa. But now when I listen to my music now, I'm like, whoa, that's better. So the Here I Am, the title is like, I'm here to stay, and I'm taking down what is mine. Yeah.
I like that. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful because oftentimes people don't even know why they're doing half the things that they're doing.
So true. So true.
Do you play any instruments?
It's funny you say that. See, Jem and I might know about this. I used to years ago with the guitar, and then I stopped. So that was one time in my life I did one time. Yeah. For a while, but that was it.
Are any of your songs based on any events or people that you know?
Yes. I don't know how to give names. I don't know name called.
Yeah, man.
No.
No. Oh.
I'm not.
Just these are the
You're giving a shout out to them. You're plugging them in, you're giving them some airtime.
No, we're just leaving them waiting. I'm not being like Taylor Swift right now, right? Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift had 3 sold out shows at the
Yeah, man, she is.
You know what's so funny you mentioned Taylor Swift? If you ain't have a ticket, you couldn't even get in the parking lot.
Yeah,
they was real strict out there. They ain't playing no more.
Wow.
You couldn't come and tailgate and none of that. If you didn't have a ticket, you was getting turned away.
That's crazy.
Because some people, they don't actually go in the stadium. They stay outside.
Just to listen,
and tailgate and just hang out in the parking lot because they couldn't get in the building, get in the stadium. But I heard she 3 sold out shows. So you know how much money she made.
Ooh, she good.
3 sold out shows. Couldn't even. I heard it wasn't even standing room really for that.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like she's a big country artist. A lot of people don't realize she's huge, real huge. And I didn't even know until I started. Like one day I was in the Uber. I forgot where I was coming back from. He was playing Taylor Swift.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he had Taylor Swift like he's playing it. The DJ, whatever station it was on, it was in the Uber, and he was playing Taylor Swift. And this was after her concert, right? They were playing her music on the radio station. That's why I tell artists, like, yo, you gotta pay attention. As soon as you finish the concert, the radio show start playing your music, and that's how a lot of people get paid more money.
You see, royalties.
Royalties.
Cha-ching.
What do you think about the state of the music industry today, and what do you think it will be in the future?
I have to be honest about this. Back in the days, they actually pick out artists that have talent. Now it's more of popularity and more is about selective. And for example, I have to throw her name in there. She's Ice Spice. I know she's from the Bronx and people love her and all that, but she don't have a lot of talent. And she's out there. I just feel like she's a plant now. And it's okay. Hold on. Let me say one moment. Hold on. Okay. I mean, like I said, I respect she's trying to do her thing and she got her name out there with the right people. That's fine. But then again, it's just the imagery, the way she's carrying herself, and it's like being a woman in this industry, especially doing it for a long time, is like, okay, that's cute for the moment, but what's the longevity of your career? How long can you keep shaking your butt?
Whoa.
I said what?
Come in. Come in real quick. You gotta say it real quick. Let me say it real quick. What's the difference from her and everybody else that's actually mentioned that do that?
True.
See, I had this discussion with people online telling me about Ice Spice. Number one, Ice Spice representing New York right now. She just went gold. Embrace that.
No,
not you.
Okay.
Embrace that, number one. Number two, you know what I'm saying? She was at the right place at the right time. She got the right opportunity and she took it. She didn't listen to your little friends on the side. Oh, don't take that deal. Don't worry about that. Yo, you get bigger than that. And then you stand there for years and wonder why you ain't get nothing. I'm just dropping a jewel on you. So, to the listeners, so Ice Spice, I like Ice Spice. You know why? She's humble. You know what I mean? She does what she has to do. Everybody says that each person is not talented. What is talent? You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just like playing basketball. It's just like, no, I'm just saying. It's just like playing basketball. No, but I'm saying it's like
talent is talent. You know what talent is. This is not something we have to discuss. What we're saying is that a lot of people are not talented. What they can do is that many people can do. When you are talented, everybody cannot do what you are doing.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we have got to this place where they don't appreciate the talent and they give everybody a chance, which is fine. But don't make it seem like they're talented.
What's talent?
They're not talented.
What's talent though?
Talent is a special gift that either you were born with or you cultivated.
I'm talking about as far as performing one. If you're not listening, and I do this all the time. Oh yeah, I love these debates.
Ooh, we want in.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
If you're not dancing, right, on stage, and you don't have a stage show, right? So all the people that don't have dancers and they just walk across the stage performing, is that talent?
What are you
Is that talent? I'm just saying, it's talent. Talent is, I'm just asking. It's just like certain artists that go across the stage. And talent is when you're dancing, it takes you talent to dance. You have to dance. I go across the stage and just rap.
Oh.
That's talent. I'm just asking. I'm just saying. We get in this debate.
All right.
All the time. We get in this debate all the time. And then look, Michael Jackson is talented. Michael Jackson is talented, right?
Yes.
Chris Brown is talented. We don't go into singers because she's a singer, right? Usher's talented. Neo's talented. You know why? Because they dance. And they have choreographers.
That's not why.
That's talent. If I go across the stage and just sing and shit like that.
Usher has a nice voice. He had it since he was a child. But we're talking about the new genre of people who are there because of the money. And no. It's not because
of the Doja Cat does the same thing. Sweet does the same thing. Cardi B does the same thing.
No, talent is talent.
They said they
talent is talent. It doesn't make no difference. It doesn't make no difference. Honestly. Well, you're going to be dead, I guess. What I'm saying is that.
Crazy. You the crew's like, now.
No, seriously. Don't say talent. When we talk about talent, it lasts for years. Many of these people, the drugs, the alcohol, all the extra stuff, many of them are not even living for 5 years. So most of these people are not even trying to live and have longevity for 20 years. They're just trying to get in, do what they have to as long as they can, and when they can't do it anymore, over. Where our generation and those before, it was about longevity, being in there 10, 20, 30, 40 years and still being relevant. I cannot say that most of the so-called talent that they have today will not be relevant 10 years from now.
But Nikki said it.
They will not be relevant. They will not.
It's not based on talent.
Well, I'm not
It's
listening.
based on popularity.
I just said that. Popularity.
Yeah,
Yeah, listen.
popularity does not give you talent. Popularity just gives you an audience.
And I'm gonna just add something to your point, you guys. And I think also, and you mentioned before, prior to talk about this, it's about the numbers. A lot of people don't know it's about the numbers, the stats. It's about how much can you bring in, how you bring fan base, can you bring people that come to your show that's gonna pay to see you? Are you gonna have streams that are not bought, that are original streams that people want to come support your music? Are you gonna have astronomical numbers on your YouTube? Because remember, people see that. And when they see that, that's when the big legal people, the mainstream people, they're gonna come back on your door. Hey, let's come on because you're viral and you're popping. And remember, that's money. That's right there money to that ice. You're gonna bring us money through lucrative. So that's how we're gonna bring you in. Like I said, no, not back to the Ice Spice. I'm not shitting. I'm not shitting on the woman because I mean I root for her. That's cool. But you know, like you mentioned, you have a strong point about it. You know, we're looking at to answer your question back about her and also the industry. I feel now the industry is kind of a joke because now it's like the talent is gone because a lot of times you could just auto-tune somebody's voice and they're famous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's so true.
And then you hear them in concert, it's like, this is a nightmare.
That's not the same
What
voice.
is this?
And then to answer the other part of the question that you asked me, to basically add to that, I feel in the industry what they need to be corrected, honestly, is the fact that they need to really revise what things are priority with artists out there, especially the indie scene. There's so much talent I've seen for years. We've done this, Mike, myself, other people who have platforms, and they don't get the shot or the shine because, of course, they get overlooked. And unfortunately, in this world we live in now, everything's about image. Everything's about what is cute for the moment. And especially, and I'm not being feminist here, but I gotta speak my mind on this. Being a woman in this industry, unfortunately, we are overlooked a lot of times and we get overcast because we have to be a certain way. We have to be a certain way to men and in that sense. And I feel also we have to be more respectable of our bodies and show that, we could be a Latina, we could be a minority and be respected and not shake our asses to get a quick buck. We're not strippers, we're not hoes. We are women and we have respect. We are women, we are mothers, we are sisters. We have to show men that, we have more of a class and know that we have talent to give to the world to be seen. That's what I say. That's what I say.
But on the real, I feel you on that, and I understand that. But we in a whole different.
I know it's about the
back in the day.
Actually, it's starting to go back.
You know what's so crazy?
Okay.
It's funny that you mentioned that, and I'm glad you did. They was talking about it the other day.
Oh wow.
Back in the day, Salt and Pepper and them was dressed. MC Light was dressed. Latifah was dressed. Missy Elliott was dressed. It's a
And they have longevity.
Hold up, man. It's a whole different ballgame.
Have you seen the youth? Have you seen them?
But to
Have
be
you
honest
seen
with you,
them?
85% or maybe 90% of the listeners and the people on the internet are what age?
18.
What are they trying to look at? They're trying to look at what's going on.
You're right.
It's a wave. I'm trying to explain it. I was saying that over there. It's a wave and it's a fact.
No.
Ice Spice is a wave, and she's a wave right now. She's going viral. All the young kids like her. It don't matter about me, you, Vero, G.
It don't even matter.
We're older, so we're not going to embrace her like the younger generation is going to embrace her.
Because I like Cardi B, don't get me wrong. I
So
like
what's the difference between Cardi B and Ice Spice?
No.
Do you see half the stuff Cardi B does when she's on her Instagram? Do you see all that?
What Cardi B has done is that she has
She used to be a stripper. That's what I'm saying. She still say something.
These young people are not even strippers. They're not even strippers.
I'm telling you right now.
You know what? To be honest,
They all say they are on stage.
what I believe is that if you look online right now, you have a dichotomy of the older and the younger. And there are more older people than there are younger people.
No, whoa.
Oh, yes.
On the internet?
Oh, yes.
On the internet?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I beg to differ on the internet.
Oh, no. Because
That age group on the internet right now?
not on the internet.
I'm talking about
on
right
TikTok.
now. Yeah,
You
right
said
now
so.
on TikTok.
But on
It's on
Instagram
TikTok.
and Facebook, it's our age and older. It's our age and older. On Facebook and Instagram is our
I
age
can
and older.
go deep on you for 15
Please,
to 30.
No.
15 years old and 30 is
TikTok.
15 to 30.
But on
It's all younger
but-
kids. If you
but
turn on
on
TikTok right
Instagram-
now, you see nothing but young kids.
But
You
on
don't see no older
Instagram-
people dancing and music in the background. You know what I'm saying? They shaking it, but they
You
go
need
on
to
what they
listen.
see.
I said TikTok is for the younger generation, but you do Facebook, you do Instagram, and you will find 35 years and up. 35
But
years
that's
and up.
fine. You talking about pictures.
No, we're not
You're
talking about
talking about videos.
We're talking about people who are doing stuff. A lot of businesses are being run by people in their
No, you
late
shouldn't tell those
30s, their
different matter.
40s, and their 50s.
You went from business to
What's
ice
I'm
spice
saying?
to business.
This is a business. Don't you
I
think
know
this
it's
is
a
a
business.
business? Well,
You
if
went
this
from
is a business,
Well, why do you think Ice Spice is winning right now?
I don't really care about Ice Spice. I'm not against
You got your
I'm
opinion
not
about Ice
against
Spice fan. I get it.
Just understand, I'm not against
Shout out to Ice Spice.
I am
You're doing your
against
thing, man.
what is happening
Keep going,
in the
gold,
industry.
man. I hope
Those
you're
who
fly.
have the talent are not selling their souls. Those who
Yeah,
don't
I
have the
said
talent
souls.
are selling their souls.
Illuminati. Oh man.
Hold up, man. You juggling. He even saying it. You juggling right now. How many people sold their soul and it's major right now? What are you talking
Okay,
about?
I'm talking about
We just got into that the other
when you
day.
sell your
Did you
soul,
see
it doesn't have to be demonic. It has to be
Older people
you take-
sold their soul before the younger generation.
Nobody
You
said they
kidding me?
did. What I'm talking about is when you, and it was not known, but now it
It
is
wasn't
known.
known.
But what I'm going to say is that, yeah, I'm making it seem like I'm juggling, but I'm not. What I'm trying to say is, when I say talking about selling your soul, I'm talking about taking deals that are no good. I'm talking about taking that deal just so that you can say that you have a contract. Many people, they're not very versed in the business aspects of the music industry or even the movie industry. And what's happening is that these contracts are nothing. They're basically giving you money that is owed to you, and then you are broke. You know, what about TLC? They were broke for years.
But I have the business too, like you're saying. If I pay you a certain amount of money, right? I'm stay open. Y'all gotta learn the business. Everybody keep talking about, oh, this, that, and the third. What have you generated fucking record sales, speaking on language, but I gotta curse on that. Record sales for the label to actually keep going on. They the ones that gave you the opportunity to get where you're at. You know what I mean? Everybody feels like a disadvantage. Like one time this dude, he signed a $20,000 deal, right? He took that $20,000 deal and made it into $750,000. It's how you market and promote your money. But the thing is, everybody always talking about they getting jerked. You get a contract. If you don't know what to sign, you get your lawyer and tell a lawyer, no, look this over. If this contract benefits me or if it don't. I went through the whole thing with artists too all the time. They don't learn the business. They don't want to learn the business. They don't read. They just want to do videos and put music out and feel like they made it. And then when they sign a contract, they look at it, oh, well, I'm getting less money than you. The person that actually just puts you on is the reason why you're on. Other than that, you would still be in the same place you is. They don't tell the truth when they talk. Let's get facts. And you a singer, you know this, right? And you learned the business, right or wrong. Am I right? It's what you sign. You know, nobody's gonna tell you what to sign unless you want to sign it. You can listen to your friends all you want and you still be in the same situation as your friends. Half your friends don't even stream your music and they sitting right next to you. Let's talk about this.
Oh, facts.
Like, I want to get deep, man. I can get deep. I really get deep.
Yeah.
They're talking about I'm rolling with you. I'm with you on this, that, and third. They just come out to drink, smoke, and get in videos and say we made it. And they didn't know that. And I'm telling the truth, man. You know what I mean? Over the years, that was the deal. You know what I mean? Let's be real now. And I get what you're saying about Ice Spice and stuff like that.
Right.
It's different communities for that. You got communities where women don't like the women shaking their butts and stuff like that. And then you got the other community that embraces it and like, oh, that's sexy, that's hot, that's erotic. It's true, like you were saying before, you gotta be able to juggle it. This is the type of music you like over here, or this is the type of music you like over here. Like a lot of people, and I get to this point where I was guilty of it too. Oh, that person is trash, that person is garbage. That person had 1 million followers, and you're dope, and you only got 14 followers. So who's trash? Oh, people just pick whatever they want.
You still trash. You're just trashy with a whole bunch of followers.
People pick what they like. Like for instance, you a singer, right? And we're gonna get back because we really got into detail.
Yeah.
We love doing that sometimes. But you're a singer, right?
Yes.
Off topic, right? You have a different genre of music, right?
Yeah.
And you know this because you talk about it all the time. You have a radio and TV show too.
Yeah.
There's going to be certain people that's going to like you. There's going to be certain people that don't like you.
Oh, I do
But
that all the time. Yeah.
it doesn't affect
No.
you from the artist.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, I would say somebody's trash real quick. And then when somebody calls them trash, they say they hate you.
Yeah.
That's the difference, man.
This is so
That's
fast,
the
right?
breakdown. Because you're calling this person trash.
Right.
And then if somebody call you trash, oh, they hating. So don't call nobody trash if you don't want nobody else to call you trash. Because some people might think you trash.
Oh,
I'm serious, right or wrong?
we got a lot of other comments over there.
Right or wrong, though.
It's very true.
It's true, right?
Yes.
I've done this for years.
Yeah.
Everybody's not going to like everything you put out.
Everybody's
Colette, everybody's gonna like you. You don't like Ice Spice, right? You said it.
I didn't say no. I didn't say that.
You said she's trash.
No, I didn't say that.
That she's trash.
What I did
Let's
say
get into
was that
detail.
I do not know Ice Spice, but I say the generation of singers and people that we have now, they're not talented. They may have followers, but they're not necessarily talented, and that's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that she's not talented. I am saying that the majority of the people are not talented. We were talking about contracts. Jason Weaver, he did Hakuna Matata. And what ended up happening is that
she does her homework. I'm just having fun with him.
Sorry.
And he did Hakuna Matata, and they were going to give him $2 million for Hakuna Matata. His mother turned it down. She said, we want $100,000, and we want it for the life of the song. He has made over $5 million. Just that. But that is a woman who looked out for her son to make sure about that. The thing is that we were talking, I know. We're talking about, and Jason Weaver can really sing. I didn't even know that he had done Hakuna Matata. He's the one who did Hakuna Matata. Makes no difference for the rest of the days. Okay.
Oh, you good.
Yeah. Anyway, so Hakuna Matata. But this is how we have to think. We have to think for the long term. Too often we think for the short term and we get the short end of the stick. So think long term. Yes, 2 million sounds awesome up front, but if you have already made over $5 million on this song, and who knew that Lion King would be one of the biggest hits ever?
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every year, it's on plays, it's in movies, they're redoing it every year, and each time that he gets a check for them doing Hakuna Matata.
Let me give you a joke real quick. We was talking about it before I got here. But you saying it's true. You know what I mean? I agree with you. It's called sync license. Sync license, man. When you get paid for TV commercials, stuff like that, movies. You did your homework. It's cool. We talking about trash artists, though.
We
We
talking
wasn't talking about the nature of the business, we get into that too.
Okay,
You
he
right
was-
on
he
point
wasn't
with
going
that.
to trash.
She was smart to actually turn down that deal because you're right. He gets paid for the rest of his life. If she took the $2 million deal, she wouldn't be getting no money right now. Very smart. That was a smart move. But we talking about trash artists. You talking about talented artists now. They trash. They trash.
The thing
So we
is,
have a trash segment. So we have a trash segment next to the show. Who's trash, who's not.
Oh.
So when artists start to make your music, so Colette's gonna have a trash hour. Your trash, your garbage. You know what I mean?
Get the emojis out.
And you know what? It's funny because we're not gonna judge you if you're trash, your garbage. Guess who's gonna judge you if you're trash, your garbage? The people out there that's looking in right now. They ain't gonna judge. They're gonna put underneath trash and garbage. You know, oh no, they hating. See, but then I said, well, honestly, we're gonna get back into it because we had fun with it. But the deal is, everybody, if they're not on, you know what I mean, people are hating. Or if they do get on, they're trash. So it's like, you can't wear the losers in this. You have to wear thick skin. I learned this shit way back. You have to wear thick skin in this business. Because people talk about me all the time. Talk about, oh, I didn't get them this way. But what did you do for your career yourself? You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I mean? I get shots taken at me all the time, but I laugh at it. You know why I laugh at it? Because that was then and this is now. You still have a chance to actually get to where you need to get to. Are you getting there? No. So I had to be somewhat good, you know what I mean? I got people notarized and people you met that you never met before. See, the thing is, and I'm gonna get off it because, you know, we're going into a whole show. We're going to a whole show for that. But you know what I'm saying? You even being a manager, right?
Yes.
You're a manager also, right? And I used to manage.
Yeah.
I stopped managing. I want to ask you this question as being the manager.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to let you talk. You know what I mean? Real quick. And this is off script too. I ain't even script this one.
Yeah.
What's the most difficult thing you go through with artists
Oh my God.
managing?
There's a few things. I won't say too much of it, but I would just say a few things. One is timing. A lot of these artists, they're not punctual or they don't be on time, or if they're part of what they have to do, like their music, you know, the submissions, or they have to have a deadline with, you know, having release out, everything. There's just timing with that. The second thing is, this is many since we've been conscious of artists, where they don't want to pay for it. They feel entitlement. They come and they I have to say it because a lot of times they come at me and tell me, and you know, we have these platforms, I'm like, yo, listen, I gotta pay bills, you gotta help out with, you know, they come and tell me, oh, I don't pay other places. And you know, I told them, like, I'll be honest with you guys, the viewers and everybody here, I said, when you go to the studio, you tell the studio engineer, I don't pay. They gotta pay for their life. They gotta pay for the sound, the software.
That's right.
Yeah. So when you go to the studio, please don't tell the engineer, oh, I don't pay for anything, because beats are not for free. You know, these things that they have, you know, including whatever the case would be, it's not for free. So that's another thing we've done with mad artists with that. There's other things too. I won't get more into it, but those are the main ones I would say that for sure we're in housing.
I agree with you. I agree with you completely. They feel like they don't want you to come up on their backs. What they don't realize is that when you lift somebody up, you lift yourself up. And they don't understand that. You know, going back to you as a performer, when you perform, the audience sings along with you and gives you that energy. How did that make you feel?
Now, he could see, he prior experiences before. I did a couple of shows, not so long, a little while back, when I started getting back on the grind and everything. I took a little hiatus, you know, going through some personal things. And one of the places, I forgot the places in Manhattan, I did an open mic. And I performed Let Him Heal You, which is one of my first gospel songs I ever did ever. And it got, talking about CISA, she mentioned that the guest she had. I won last year the CISA Awards for that album. Yeah, there you go. Big shout out to Lisa. Yeah.
That's what you
yeah. Yeah, I mean, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you. And it was just amazing to see. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. It was just phenomenal to see, you know, the feedback, and then to see when I performed that song, my first time performing back on the stage. And I have over 10K on Instagram alone. people, 10K likes, how do you call that? Likes, so people that view reviewers. And people were like crazy commenting, like, and I saw people with the lights and the way I perceive on the stage, and people just saying. It was the first time performing in front of them. And they were like, man, we love you. And they're like, and I'm like, this is weird, like out of body experience situation.
That's a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
Was singing your song. That means a lot to an artist that they don't know about. When you have somebody in the audience reciting your music,
That's amazing.
that's when you know that you touched a lot of people. Because a lot of artists get on stage having people in there recite their music. That's the difference. That's what actually says. You know, we had this little moment. You know, I'm saying, I love you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, all back to reality, because we serious about what we do.
Yes.
And I feel when a person recites your music, that means that they were actually really following, and they were really paying attention to you. And a lot of artists in depth don't really know that. Like, when somebody's in front, like when you go to concerts and you see them reciting the major artist's lyrics, that means that that artist that they're following embrace that crowd. They embrace them fans. If a person can sing your song word for word, you touch people. And that's what that's about.
That's what you said.
And that's very, very important in the industry to this day.
Because the music that's being out there now, it's not about touching people. It's just to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so the people are looking for real music.
Right.
Yes.
They're looking for it. I mean, like they're hungry for it. Did you hear about how Sade concert?
That's my favorite artist.
She is good.
She is
sold out
phenomenal
in a day.
concert. You do not have to fast forward nothing she puts out. She is
Classic.
classic. And I like a lot of female artists. Sade is my favorite artist from back in the day. And then it's Alicia Keys.
Oh yeah, come on, that's not.
Now, if you want something about music and talent, those two are very talented.
Well,
Very
Sade
talented.
sold out her show in 3 hours.
Of course.
That's
You expect less.
That's
You expect less.
in a hunger.
You know, Sade is the bomb.
Oh, that's
You
amazing.
kidding me?
Yeah.
I sat there and watched the whole VHS concert when I was young.
Oh my God, VHS. Wow.
And the VHS tapes was out. I watched the whole concert. And I love Sade. Sade is my girl. You know what I mean?
What kind of hobbies do you engage in during your off time?
A few of them, which the majority of the time I'm always busy doing something, but the little time I have off, I usually say reading, writing new songs, writing some poetry, or watching TV.
That's good. That's good.
Hey,
You gotta always de-stress.
yes, so
So, what was the best advice someone actually gave you? And the worst advice someone
Oh, well, the worst one, I'm gonna go first. Okay, the first one.
What words first?
No, this actually this happened recently. This is the reason why I got
Somebody gave you really worse advice?
Yes. Big shout out to my manager for saying.
Oh.
No shade, but I have to
No
throw
shade.
it. I have to throw it.
No slight.
Yeah,
No
no,
slight.
yeah, I gotta throw it in there. So, recently a lot of people getting bookings now, performing and doing things. And one time, a person in the management team had mentioned to me, well, maybe because you're not that good. No lie.
Wow.
That hit me hard. And I'm like, what? Say that one more time? But you know what? Like Drake said it. Remember when he said in the song, someone had to tell him who was the good, so he go back and redo it. So in actual way, I was hurt at the moment, but I realized that was the best advice for me, because now I'm gonna go now harder. I'm gonna go more hungry in this music and fight for this music and when I put out my content. So in a way, I was very assaulted and disrespected in the shit form in that way, but I'm gonna use it as a positivity for that. And one of the best advice I ever gotten when I started doing this years ago, big shout out to Cool Breeze, one of my mentors, he mentioned to me was always stay humble and always be grateful for the blessings you have come, and that always stayed with me for a long time.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Where would you like your music journey to take you?
Oh man. I mean, right now I'm blessed just to see it. You know, that'd be great to think Hollywood. That'd be great. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, here we go. Play thing again.
It's just a play Hollywood. It's 3 hours. Right on Hollywood Boulevard.
6 hours.
6?
No, it goes back. Yeah, it goes back. Yeah. Time for
6 hours. You gotta go to Vegas.
Oh,
6.
here we go.
You been to Cali? So I haven't been. So I might be wrong.
Okay, it's
Correct me.
5 to 6 hours.
All right, you've been to Los Angeles.
Oh no.
I'm going out there, so you need 6 hours? That's a long ride.
Well, it's 5 hours straight. If there's any kind of stoppage, around 6.
So you've been to LA?
Many times.
Oh, all right. So you going to LA when I go?
I don't know.
Hang out. Vegas is long too. Vegas is long too.
Oh, well, then take it from Cali because it's less than an hour.
Oh, I'm doing it one stop thing. Back to the normal schedule program.
No, you're good. You got to just enjoy the moment.
I was just messing with the flight thing.
I was thinking about that. No, I just forgot the question. Oh Lord.
No, it's the worst person I ever gave you advice and the best advice you ever got.
No, I said, what would you like the music?
She never answered my question.
No, I didn't.
Yes, she did.
What was the best advice they gave you? I was sleeping.
Okay.
I know she said worse, but I ain't.
She said cool breeze.
Oh, cool breeze. Oh, fuck, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? We get thrown off a little bit. Cool breeze. Okay, shout out to Cool Breeze. I'm giving you good advice.
No, definitely. I just said,
Having
good
fun?
one. No, I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm doing it. No, I think, back to your question, I think just overall, just continue being consistent and being grateful. That's the main thing.
But where do you want to go?
Where? Hollywood?
And not just Hollywood, where?
I think, but you got me twisted now. I think
Hollywood is the place to be.
I think anywhere that you want to just continue your music, you know, and of course Hollywood there, and anywhere. Just
What about ATL?
yeah, I was just thinking about that.
ATL is more rappers.
Not with Tyler Perry.
We talking about.
Are we manifesting something
We
here?
talking about artists. We talking about performers.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tyler Perry's doing a lot of concerts. He's showcasing a lot of concerts.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Not either. You just taught us something today. But I'm saying for singers that actually really want to make it basically Los Angeles, East California, because Atlanta and Miami, they actually promote more rap artists than more singers. I've been to Miami, I've been to Atlanta, and every time I go down Atlanta and Miami, the rap scene dominates both cities, honestly.
That's true.
Honestly, and Los Angeles is diverse. It's like all genres of music. That's the difference. Because if you go to Atlanta, I went to the trap house with T.I. and built up there, stuff like that. When I went down there, it was basically trap, the strip clubs, all that, rap. And well,
it's
stay with me if I'm wrong, but when I was in Miami or Atlanta, I didn't really see no more. I didn't see a lot of concerts with singers, honestly, for real. Honestly, no, I didn't. Los Angeles, yes.
Okay, interesting.
Well, you know what is
Vegas, yes. See, if you know the cities and states that dominate singers and rappers, Las Vegas and Hollywood dominate singing. Because if you notice, Bruno Mars, everybody has a residency. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She smiled like, she twisted up. I'm like, yeah, you got me on there? But no, serious. Serious. That honestly, they have residencies in Los Angeles and Vegas where they don't even have to leave Los Angeles and Vegas for a whole year. They got paid to perform in Vegas. Bruno Mars got a residency where he performed just in Vegas for the whole year.
Well, he did the same thing when he came up here to go to the Apollo, and it was a free concert.
But that's the Apollo. We're talking about he's performing every day in Vegas. He's not going outside of Vegas for a whole year. See, it's Vegas and Hollywood. Those are the
Mars is hot.
and not just him. It's other singers too. It's the two states that I learned that actually have
Usher was in
residency.
ATL.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm talking residency where he's performing every day for tourists and people. He has contracts for the whole year. He can make millions and millions of dollars for the whole year just performing in Vegas. He don't even know. He signs a contract to tour in Vegas for the whole year. He don't go outside of Vegas. You know, a lot of artists do that. You know that. It's why you don't like money. And also in Hollywood too. If you look at Jimmy Kimmel has who he has on the show. You don't have that many hardcore rappers that be, different genres of music with rappers and singers. And my next question is, with the live band, you ever perform a live band?
Yes. Oh, you already know. Oh, big shout out to the Shrine. I performed there a couple times.
Oh, shout out to my biggest mentor. I gotta give her a shout.
Oh, we're doing good.
She actually is the main ingredient to the Shrine.
Okay.
Maria Davis. Maria Davis is the mentor of me when I first started out doing showcases and everything.
Wow.
She's one of my mentors. I have a couple of mentors, you know what I mean? But she was one of the ones that actually, I remember one time she invited me to her house, and she don't really invite people to her house, and she was telling me, you guys do this how you gotta do it. I see something in you, keep doing what you're doing. So shout out to Maria Davis, and every time I get a chance, I go by her. She has Mad Wednesdays, the third, or any singer, any artist, y'all want to go to a live show with a band, Maria Davis at Shrine, every third Wednesday of the month, off the hook.
Amazing. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but you perform at the Shrine, yeah, that's what's up. The Shrine is matter of fact, Colette, that's the last showcase in New York City. That what you just said about talent, and you come through, you gotta perform with the band.
I like that.
That's different. I put a different sound to it.
What is it like you perform with the band?
It felt great because I did cover songs and then I did, just to collaborate. And mine was just off the bat. And, they did their thing. Okay, what keys, what sound, and then
See, I got the key with you.
You were what he was not, and then when I went and I did in Houston, I did other covers and Adele and stuff, and they were on point. And after I did my last part of the song, the audience was like, yeah, encore. I'm like, look, just put a cover song.
I had two artists that perform with live bands.
Wow.
One passed away when we were younger. That's cool. He was one of my main acts, Elegance. He performed with a band, and JMO performed at the Shrine with the band. He aced it. He killed it.
That's amazing.
He rocked it, yo. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, when he did his thing with the band, he did his thing. And that's two of the artists that actually did live performances with a band and shit, and they aced it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is something you'd like to share with your fans about your favorite things to do?
I think songwriting is part of, in general, that's my main thing I love to do when I have time, just to get back on motion and music and stuff like that. And that really helps me to get back on track with what my next ideas and concepts are. Yeah.
So you heard it here. Yay!
And we got two more questions.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Two more questions for you. Each of us have two questions before we get out here. My first question is, who are the favorite 5 singers of all time? 5 to 1.
Oh, man.
Male and female.
Male and female, okay.
That's my first question.
Mariah Carey's the first one, automatically.
That's what you said.
Yes. Whitney Houston, the female.
You're doing real good.
I'm in it. Celine Dion, of course, come on.
Yeah.
Now, male, I would say, when he passed away, George Michael.
Okay.
He was really back in the day.
Yeah, that's different. See, but that's what I'm saying real quick. Everybody has different artists they like.
Yeah.
See, I like Sade, I like Alicia Keys, she like George Michael. See, she might be the second person that like George Michael, right? Did somebody else say they like George Michael? I can't remember the artist that was here, but I think somebody said they liked George Michael too.
Nice.
Celine Dion too. It's crazy, but keep going.
Definitely. Well, of course, we hinted Mark Anthony. Come on. That's just, I had to put it.
That's your roots.
I had to put it in there.
How about you?
I'm not even going there.
I throw a curve.
You saw how quick I respond to that. Singers.
I like certain singers.
She's okay, but she's more of an entertainer. I just got through it.
So how dare you?
Oh, no!
How dare you say J-Lo when you talk about singers?
You know, I
You know who's a good singer? The person who sang the vocals for J-Lo.
Ooh, booyah, booyah.
We
That's a
going
good one
there.
right there, yeah.
Yo, it's crazy because the internet is blowing up on that Fat Joe thing with
Oh, yeah.
GA, man. Like, yo, I never knew that, but that's another show. But keep
Oh,
going.
definitely. And the last one is Ashanti. Yeah, I love her music.
You like something?
Yeah.
J-Lo. For J-Lo.
No.
She wrote half the hits for J-Lo.
Yeah, Ashanti did, yeah.
She sang on half the hits for J-Lo.
And she took the vocals too.
You know what's so
Yes.
crazy that you said that? A lot of people don't know that people, right, like Kelly Elston and Trey Songz and Neo and
From Beyonce.
you know who wrote Erykah Badu's whole album? Since we on that real quick. Y'all right?
Right.
Because Jill Scott.
No.
Yes, sir. Because they didn't take Jill Scott because she was big at the time. So they said, yeah, it's a true story. So they
Same
had
thing
Jill,
they did.
they had Jill Scott write all of Erykah Badu's material, and Erykah Badu blew up. So Jill Scott got tired and she came out with that album, which I love, her first album.
Far from home. Something. Wow.
Because if you really listen, see, this is where all the writers are starting to expose the artists. If you really listen to when they talk and they perform, like that sounds like Erykah Badu. I never
See?
Dude, that was just Scott writing for.
I didn't know that.
Cause the same thing with and I must have too much. 50 wrote some shit for Puff. He wrote shit for Mason. And he wrote mad shit. Everybody didn't know 50 was a songwriter.
I didn't
No,
know either.
in fact, wait. They said, they put out there, they said when 50 was getting ready to do his album, you better try and get all your money now.
Oh, yeah, Jay-Z said that at the end of the
Because
day. You don't know what's
will
coming.
not- You will not be able to.
Exactly. Jay-Z said that on Breakfast Club. He told Rockefeller, he said, yo, y'all all better get in the studio right now and get everything young. Because when 50 Cent comes, it's going to be a tidal wave. They wasn't lying. That's my favorite rap artist. And a mentor. I watch everything he does. And I listen to everything he said. He came from nothing to something. He's smart when it comes down and
Do you know that
negotiating deals.
Yes.
Negotiating deals. He's the best right now far in the industry.
Yes, he is.
Far independent.
Vitamin water
and
is
doing
his.
his own.
Vitamin water is his thing. Is his
Nah, he sold it. You didn't hear his rap music?
No, you
They
didn't
sold
hear what
it.
I'm saying.
Fiends, but the
Listen to what I'm saying. When he started,
I know, it was him.
It's
They
him.
sold it.
It doesn't matter if he sold it, if it started with him. That's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't funny. I mean, there wouldn't be no vitamin water. He was the face of vitamin water. If you notice or not, right, real quick, anytime you see somebody come out with something and a rap artist or singers on it, they make that situation go further.
Look what happened with Nike.
Don't Cardi B and
Yeah.
Offset, it's Offset, right? Yeah, Offset. Don't they have their own McDonald's
That's Cardi B.
meal shit like that?
Yeah, Cardi B.
Right.
Yeah. For a little while.
Yeah, that's marketing and promotion. That's another.
A little story.
Yeah, but just get on to the second question. That was my first or second?
I don't know.
No, that was my first. Your first.
My first question is, we're going to be dealing, what did you think about the weather situation with the orange sky?
To me, I don't know. I just had a moment where I thought it was a terrorist attack. At the moment, it's like, oh no, come on, we just forgetting sun's out. They want to come back in again. COVID just happened. Now this, but then I realized it was actually a real wildfire in Canada. So I saw it in New Jersey as well. So I said, whatever you call it. So I said, at that moment, I just said, I gotta stay home extra day.
I really thought
I loved it.
Warfare flung in.
Yeah, I was like,
It was chemical warfare because the sky would not turn orange without chemicals in it. There was chemicals in it, and that's why it was orange like that. They try and say it was wildfires. I have to say this: if wildfires is ash, okay, ash. It is known that when a volcano erupts, it makes around the whole entire world the weather or the weather drops 1 point. So around the world. So if that is what happened, okay, that's one thing. But that thing right there with the orange sky, it looked hazy. If you looked at it, it was hazy, which tells me that there were chemicals in the air distorting the atmosphere. And so one of the reasons it had to rain was to wash out all of the chemicals that were in the air.
That's very interesting.
Oh.
You have done your homework. Thank you.
Get it.
I didn't know that. Honestly, I did. Because we talking about the climate with the 484, and we was the worst in New York City with the air quality all over the world.
Well, people not
In Canada, we were more bad than Canada, and it happened over there. That's crazy, right?
That's insane.
But real quick, my second question, and then she got one, and we're gonna get up out of here. How do you keep track of what's going on in the music industry today?
Oh man, this music is my life, first and foremost. So, as you know, I'm always on top of watching like the new trend, so the gossip, as they say, and always up to date what's happening, especially in the music industry with new software situations like for artists and one things like Fruity Loops and those other things that
Nice.
I have to always be up to date with stuff like that because you're in the studio, you need to know also what things that they're doing, so if they're not taking your money and not like, wait a minute, you're not doing something wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our home.
Yeah, listen, you have to. Why don't you have to? It's part of like you're putting money and investing in studio time and those places, and you want to make sure where it's going to and where is it being used for. You have to. Yeah.
Let me start with you real quick. A lot of artists don't know if they pay for their record session and their masters. So I just gave y'all a jewel. I don't usually do that because I'm having a conference coming up in the music summit. So I'm just giving all you people that actually are listening right now, if you record your music in the studio with your money, you own the masters. Mm-hmm. If you don't believe me, go Google it.
Amen. That's why I always make sure I put that money behind that.
Because a lot of us don't know that.
Yeah. And then the studio, the management, they get a cut.
You also don't own your beats if you don't buy them.
Thank you. Stop stealing YouTube beats. Purchase it or loan it.
No, not even that. We got producers, and when a producer actually produces a song for you, if you don't buy it from the bazoo, like with us, we do a 50-50 split sheet. You know what I mean? So everybody wins. You know what I mean? Before it was like all over the place. Everybody's got 20,000 producers and all that. Like we actually came up with a better plan now. You know what I mean? That Chino produced the whole album. So by him producing the whole album, all the publishing goes to him and all that other good stuff. And we do 50-50 splits with the artists. They get paid off it because they got reported to BMI and all that. They get royalties and stuff like that. I used to preach that my whole entire career about marketing and promotion. A lot of people listen, a lot of people didn't. Like right now, there's a lot of artists out there, they're gonna see this live and I'm looking right at y'all.
Oh.
Right? Half of y'all want to report y'all music, so how you gonna get paid? How you getting paid for your music? You don't report it.
Can I get your royalties, people? Every 3
But they don't report the music. They just put music out. And they don't even know Spotify. You only get a certain amount of money, right?
After they get their cut.
But the thing is, for you to actually get a check on Spotify, right? You gotta sell at least 300. You gotta get 300,000 streams. If you get a million streams, you get like a $4,000 check.
Which is no money.
I know it's no money, but
at least you get something.
But you gotta understand, they're the one that's promoting your music.
Yeah. They get the
See, the thing is, a lot of artists don't realize, and I'm gonna get off it real quick. Like, marketing and promotion is the most important thing. If you don't pay for marketing and promotion, right? How are people gonna know your song is out?
They won't even know it. Because
You can't just use YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You have to use marketing and promotion
to get it out.
companies to push it out more if you wanted to go viral and worldwide.
Yes.
That's their job. That's why it's called marketing and promotion. Everybody has a job.
Yeah.
I'm a manager, you're a singer, you're a producer, you're a marketing promotion, he's an engineer, he's a videographer. Everybody has a job. So if everybody does their job collectively, everybody will make money. When everybody don't do their job collectively, you're not gonna make no money. That's why I always say I beg to differ from the white generation and our generation. They have staff. You gotta have a staff with anything you do.
We're always by ourselves.
And you have to have a staff. If you don't have a staff, you're not going to get to the masses. You're not going to get to the natures and all that. It doesn't work. You could be on the internet all you want, but if you go and you go to a show, you can't even get 100 people to come out to see you perform.
Lucky.
You got 20 million followers on the internet because this is what people do on the internet. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure in right now. Hi everybody, appreciate y'all tuning in. Love y'all, serious.
It's true.
But
Yeah.
and they know it's true. You're not gonna follow me every day. Unless you really like what I'm doing. And shout out to all my fans and all my followers that follow me all the time. I know who you are, and you know I say thank you to you guys all the time. And that's the deal with it. You have to say thank you to people, and people will continue to follow you. Stay dedicated and consistent to your craft, like you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And I see you as a pup, you know what I mean? I say it as a pup because I'm older. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a father figure, you know what I mean? Like a grandfather.
Oh my!
No, because I'm older. You know what I mean?
I get it.
And you know that's why I call everybody a pup. I said that with Madden Bullet when we was up here the other week. I was like, yo, in Stats Cadero, I was like, yo, we was pups in the game, stuff like that. So, but that's the deal is you can't win without being consistent and dedicated.
Really?
And it's ups and downs, and don't never let nobody be distracted. Like when people talk about me on the internet, they're like, I don't even entertain it no more. You know why?
Yeah,
because they're telling something that's basically half the time ain't even true because it's not coming from me. So you're gonna say things that make yourself look good. So it's all good, but I love it. You know what I mean? Because you inspire me. Like she was saying, it generates the fire. Like now I know that, yo, guess what? You gotta outdo me now because every time I see something like that, I love it because the competitors seeing me
Yes.
pushes me and strives me. And then when you get to another level, you know what hurts the most with people? They wasn't able to do it with you.
Ooh!
Because they couldn't find you.
Yes.
Actually, that doesn't hurt me at all.
Why don't you?
No, it doesn't hurt because those who are supposed to go with me, go with me.
You know what I'm not saying it like me and you. I'm saying it with people.
I'm saying I understand that. But what I have learned is that those that are supposed to go with you, go with you. Those that are not supposed to drop off. They do. And the thing is, that's how it happens. I think that I may have been hurt in the very beginning. Now I'm not hurt at all. Because I'm like,
I don't see her.
no, I'm not.
You just seem like you like to debate a lot. That's
No, it has nothing to do, but it has to do with
debate.
right.
So
Right
sweet.
is wrong.
It's sweet.
Basically it.
No, we agree to disagree.
No, okay.
We say that all the time. But at the end of the story, we people.
Okay.
We love each other.
Okay.
She got a show too. She gonna plug it in.
Ooh, okay, yes.
Yeah. So just this question, how do you stay motivated to do what you do?
Oh, that's a good one. I think one thing where I went through, I'm going to briefly talk about that to your listeners and you guys as well. A lot of people, like I said, I am a domestic violence survivor, rape victim, been homeless and pregnant years ago, gone through the foster care system, and I think that's my main key, how I'm still alive to this day. I'm going to throw a little bone to you guys, and you're the first to find this out, as I mentioned a while back, but you guys...
No, he was actually in, shout out to wifey. She's a part of the domestic violence that she did, which was very phenomenal. Y'all had to play roles and all that, remember that?
Yeah, I got emotional and everything.
Yeah. So tell them the truth, you know what I mean? That's what it is.
Definitely.
Okay.
No, definitely. So, we ended up being a domestic violence survivor and also an advocate now because of going through what I went through personally and fighting for other people on the way through, it's not a ministry, but I do was like documentary. We done together with Jam Pine Media and also with Gemini
It
Science.
is a ministry.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because it is not coming from the church doesn't mean it's not your ministry.
Amen. I like that. Thank you. So I just want to add a thing. We did a documentary a while back. Big Sean was a part of it as well. Big shout out to her. It's called Unmasked Truth. It's something part of that, but anyway, it's a part of the domestic violence and everything else. So we talked about that, and I've done events also about that, and the bronze and everything else. So definitely, yeah, there we go. Behind the mask. Thank you. And that's how now. I remember that. So to get back to it, so I was doing an ad too quickly. I also am a suicide survivor because I've encountered situations in my life where I wanted to exit out. And
really?
yeah. And this happened like over a year ago. I went through some personal things, and then just recently And I feel like, God has put me in this earth for a reason to have a mission to help and heal people.
Amen.
And to overcome what I've gone through in my life. And that's why I say, like that question you had told me, it hit me hard, because I want the viewers and people to know, you guys also, that we are all here as a gift for a reason, to walk in this earth to have a purpose, and to help people and to heal people. And I feel with my music particularly, I want it to inspire people, to motivate them, and to heal them along the way. I went through hardships and went through the worst. But I'm here as a person, or what do you want to call it?
You're blessed.
Thank you. And I just want people to know that, everybody going through their own situations in life, trials and tribulations. And I read a book about it, it's called, Autobiography of Vero. It's on Amazon. Please go support that.
What's it called?
Trials and Tribulations and Autobiography of Vero. You can check that out. Talking about everything I've gone through, which I mentioned. Thank you. And I want people to know that, don't ever forget. Thank you. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't ever let people stop you. Like you mentioned, we have haters, we have people that want to shit on you. But don't let that stop you, because they're the same ones that talk, but they're not the ones behind you supporting you. And the main thing is that once you got your person, your people, like I love my team, Gemini Stacks, Gemini Media, you guys, and it hurts because, you have a small group of people, but that's what you really need to support you in your mission, your purpose, and that's what really matters. And that's why I just wanted to let that out and let you guys know about that. And no matter what we go through, like personally, if we perceive that we can go through anything, we are here for a reason. Let's just continue on that blessing.
And you keep doing your thing, and you go through what you go through, right, doing big things. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And being inspired by that, just you saying what you're saying.
Thank you.
Maybe people can take a little bit from that, because it's a lot of people out there that didn't make it. And you're one of the people that did make it. So by you being an advocate right now for the people that didn't make it is a beautiful thing. And like I just said, you're a blessing.
Thank
so
you.
continue to do what you're doing and inspire other people, because you could touch other people from not doing what other people did and you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? As far as that situation, because a lot of people don't realize sometimes when you're alone, you do probably be on the dark edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But by you actually praying and having good people around you, that didn't happen. And thank God you still here and everything. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're an inspiration to everybody in the world right now that actually is probably going through something. And they see this, podcast, they can actually embrace and say, well, Vero, she could do it. I could.
Yeah.
No,
That's the most important thing.
That's so true.
When you go through stuff like that, it takes a toll on you, and you have to fight your way back. But as you're fighting your way back, there's always something attacking you. If you can make it through those attacks, you're so strong from that and fighting it that those attacks start to bounce off of you, and you seem like you're on the other edge of it, on the other end of it. You keep going, and when you feel like stopping, you still keep going. You cry, you scream, whatever you have to do, get it out of your system and keep on going. Do not keep it in. You've got to let it. You've got to release it. If you do not release it, it will hurt you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you just did was so powerful, because it takes a lot of guts to really be real on camera. It takes a lot of guts.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of guts.
Sorry.
I want to make you laugh now.
Let's laugh a little bit.
Let's laugh a little bit before we get out of here. So, we talk about a lot. We talk about a lot of things, but we're about to get up out of here. And you know what I'm saying? And, we laugh, we joke, we cry, we actually, talk about everything.
Yes.
And we had that in this show, and that was a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So, you know what I mean? Before we go, I want to make you laugh. What's the most funniest thing?
Hold on now.
What's the most funniest thing you've seen this month?
Well, I have not seen. I don't want to get into details about it, but I'm gonna say, okay, there's one artist. I'm not gonna put this mouth. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not.
No.
I know, I'm not. But how do you not have a music video and it's an NA and no lights? Have you ever seen that? Anybody's artist music video? At least they have like 1 light, 2 lights on YouTube. I never, that's the funniest thing that happened to me this month. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I'm elaborating real quick for me to get out of here. No, serious. No.
I never seen that.
He said no light.
It says NA, like non-applicable.
They may not have had, you need to have at least 100 people in order or they hide your videos.
But also, it's funny you said that.
That's
Nah,
great.
they actually, they play with the numbers now on YouTube.
They do, yeah.
They play
I've
with the
seen
numbers,
that.
but
Yeah.
if you don't, you know, some people only promote their video. So it don't, it's not nowhere. Like, you just can't put it on YouTube and expect people, right? Am I wrong? If you put your music on YouTube and you don't promote it, right? It's not gonna get no numbers, right? That's another thing. Like, we just started the podcast, so we gotta start, when we start doing the marketing promotion, you're gonna see the numbers rise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but you saying 0, that's crazy.
I never seen that in any artist songs, like even indie or mainstream. I never seen that it says NA. I'm like, how is that even possible? Like,
He might have blocked himself. No, I'm serious. Like, y'all ever seen that?
I'm crying
I've
now.
never seen that, right? Non-applicant, like no likes at all. She's saying, like, it says NA. I've never seen that before.
No, me either.
On what?
On YouTube.
Like the title?
No, like you put a video up and you know how you get views, likes, and subscribe, right? She said on likes it says NA. I never seen that before.
I never seen. I didn't even know you did that.
I know I made you laugh. That's what
It should say 0, right?
It's either bang, block, or they turn mic.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never seen that either before. And you know, and I'm not clapping the shit, but I've never seen it. I'm serious.
You know what's crazy? I heard that. So, like,
I know they play the numbers, but I never seen it. She said, no, that's a kid.
All right, so it says not available. Is he not available?
So he didn't finalize.
you could hide that shit too.
He is what it
You
is.
can hit the video or the likes.
The thing is, like if you don't, like, alright, for instance, like when Ant does our video, it has to be finalized. Maybe he didn't finalize the video, right?
That's automatic. Once it's
No, I'm talking about he probably, like, sometime, like, he might not did it the right way and he didn't finalize. You feel me?
it won't show up.
It won't show up.
I'll tell you what YouTube did to me. I had my other thing. It took me off, and it buried me, and I had to find myself again. And as I found myself, all my likes, all my subscribers gone. I had to start all over again.
Oh my God.
Somebody had your page.
What?
Somebody had your page. No?
YouTube's done that before.
Yeah.
That's
YouTube does that.
crazy.
Nobody knows why.
They was numbers too.
No,
Shout out to our son Campbell, because he's one of my main people I follow on YouTube, man. He's a good YouTuber. They play with his numbers now too, man. So
Yeah,
we get paid, man. Because they play with people's numbers so you can't get paid. You know how much YouTubers make a month?
No, that's what I'm saying.
They make like $20,000 or $30,000 a month.
This is what I know. But I know
Because they
this. Like,
following it. Yeah.
if you can, what saved me? What saved me is because the cutoff point, I believe, in YouTube,
That shit's hard though.
2019.
It's hard.
It's like Spotify, right? Every
You
other
have to
stream or some shit, right?
have millions and millions of followers.
And they're
No,
cutting.
you don't.
No, they're cutting so you can't get paid.
You don't have to
To
have
get paid? To get paid?
To get
to
paid,
get
they're
paid. No, you
cutting.
don't have to have millions. What you have to do is subscribers. That's what people don't
Yeah,
tell you.
subscribers.
Subscribers. Yes, but you have to have at least to be making
100,000, at least 100,000.
At least 50.
If you get a plaque,
50,000.
No,
And then
when
also
you
you
get 100,000, you get a
and also
plaque.
you need the hours.
Yeah.
Yes, they do make this.
See, like, they run every day. That's the problem.
Watch time, views, subscribers, and AdSense. Right.
That makes, okay.
That's how you
Okay.
make money on YouTube.
Right.
You have to. Your content has to be to whatever their specification is,
Right.
so that they can run ads
Right.
on your video.
Right.
That
So if you have the views and the watch time, then that's the traffic for the ads. and it has to be content specific for whatever that
Promo
is.
God taught me that. I'm starting to learn how to do that. Because you can get other people's followers through ads.
The hard part is that there's the hard part. They change the algorithm every
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Well, see, I have,
Thank you.
part on that, but I have a friend who knows how to do
They
algorithms.
real honest, no, not.
Yeah, they do. You're right. They
I know, I have a friend who knows how to do algorithms. He does it on Facebook, he does it on Instagram, and he gets whatever he wants because he knows how to go
That's
in
great.
and program.
That, you know what that is? That's talent.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in his talent.
You better
came back. Who doesn't tell it, man?
No, so I already told him, I said, you're gonna have to help me with this because he was able to get 4,000 people in less than 2 minutes.
He get more than that.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Everything he puts
How
out.
about the people that you see on Instagram, they should be going down like a shit.
It's true. Yeah.
If you go, if you
Like
market,
TV credits.
You're right.
if you market to India, if you market to India, they will follow you. You market to Bangladesh, all
Well,
the
I've been telling you about worldwide.
And we're not talking about China, because China markets to itself, but you market to all those other people around that. But India is the third largest population in the world.
Yeah.
It's true.
TikTok in trouble right now.
Yeah.
Because China has involvement in that. They talk about banning TikTok. I think if they turn TikTok off, which I think a lot of people will start cutting their wrists.
I
think so. Because a lot of people be on TikTok.
That shit's a long time ago.
I don't be on TikTok like that.
Yeah, no.
I can't do it.
This is why.
It messes with my brain over and over and over and over.
Switch here.
I cannot. I need to have. I watch what I put in my mind. I can't just mindlessly look. Even though there's been times when I've been on Instagram and I've been flipping and I caught myself. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
Would have been great, man. We had a great show, man. We laughed, we even debated, and we even cried. So that's a great show, right?
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody for tuning in out there, man. Thank you for coming by. Vero, G, keep doing your thing. You gotta plug in everybody before you go.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, the shout outs and all that.
You're ready. No, so big shouts to you guys for having us. I'm honored. Thank you again. Thank you. For your team, big shout out to Gemini Stacks in the building, Gem Prime Media, the list goes on, everybody. Also, quickly, you guys can vote for me. It's until July. I'm nominated for the 7th LDM Awards for the gospel, and then that song, Let Him Heal You, for hip hop, Through Their Eyes, and also for R&B with real lyrics, Got Me Going Crazy. You guys can vote for me. It's once a week, and it's the website is www.ldmradio.com/vote. And I got before you guys can follow my Instagram at officialverog. And I want to give you a treat before we go. You ready, guys? All right. So I'm a little expert on the song that I'm playing. This is the chorus. So this is for you guys, listeners, and you guys here as well. We're gonna bring church in the building right now. So I hope you guys like it. There's no music, just straight acapella. Let's get it. Here we go. Let him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let him heal you. Blessings come my way. Thank you guys. God bless you all tonight, and thank you for having me. Thank you again.
And yo, under lock and key, okay, Mason, y'all let me know. You know what I mean? You know where to find us at, man. You know, I ain't got to talk about it because y'all follow us, so y'all know where to, and stuff like that. And, you know, Colette, plug everybody in, you know what I mean? They know where you at.
This is Colette Boston from Community Connection. We are on via Talk, TALK, capital A, capital D, Radio, Vision, on via WhatsApp, on Facebook and Instagram. And we're asking you to come through Mondays. It airs 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. come through.
Appreciate y'all, man. We see y'all next month, man, because we're going to be on vacation for the next 3 weeks. So we'll be plugging in on July 8th and July 22nd. So look for us on July 8th and July 22nd. Other than that, man, we're going to be out of town, man.
July
for the next 3. Yeah, July 8th and July 22nd. That's my mom's birthday, man. Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? When I was, it was when I was younger, she passed away when I was younger, but you know, that's gonna be like an inspirational show for me on July 22nd. So July 8th and July 22nd, tune in. Other than that, man, enjoy the summer, man. We'll be back in 3 weeks, man. Talk to y'all soon. Team OK Nation Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all press like, and please leave a comment that you was by so we know you can vibe, man. From your hood to our hood, from your city to our city, to your state, to from our state to your state, and to international, worldwide. We love you globally. Thank you, man, for tuning in like always and following everything we do, man. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in 3 weeks.
Before we get out of here, guys, quickly check out Toxic music videos out now. We got over 18K streams on Spotify. Big shout out to all the ladies that did their thing. And again, the video's out now, directed by Z1 and produced by Realers Productions. Big shout outs.
And please be a subscriber to Community Connection or at Community Connection 19 on YouTube. We need subscribers. And also, remember, you okay every day, all day.
We keep saying Underlock and Key, but Underlock Keys when I first started. It's Team OK Nation right now. But I always got plugged in Underlock Key Entertainment because I retired it. So, you know, we staying on the air, we got you off the air. But Team OK Nation is the new company I've been running since 2016. And, yo, we've been doing a lot of great things with this company. And I just want to appreciate everybody that actually contributes to Team OK Nation as far as merchandise, as far as actually shows and everything y'all done so far, man, with the company. Shout out to everybody, man. I don't got time to thank everybody, and I love all of you. And thank you, and I appreciate y'all, man. And keep following us. Album dropping in July.
Look at the way we running up. Look at the way we coming up. Look at the way we running up. Guns, boom. Look at the way we running up. Look at the way we coming up. Look at the way we running up. Full moon. Look at the way we running up. Look at the way we coming up. Look at the way we running up. Guns, goons. Look at the way we running up. Look at the way we coming up. Look at the way we running up. Full moon. Y'all see the way, y'all give it up. Y'all see the wave, don't give a fuck. Y'all play no games, no David Bucks. Outline, tape them up. Bobby Flay with the yeah. Y'all see the way, y'all bake it up, chef it up. Y'all niggas trash, step it up. Toe tag in them body bags, y'all keep it on me, don't press your luck. RP, nigga rest them up, box them up, dress them up. Who he fooling, don't know what he doing. Your man and them should arrest them up. This is not a movie, don't pursue me. No 17s won't wet them up. Bankroll, double up. I'm in the streets, nigga flood them up.